Go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They run it on first with Foreman. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Again, Wilson. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 20, here's 2nd down and a yard. Wilson. And he fends him off. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Foreman will try to pick it up. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing is Wilson. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Antlers get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. At the 49-yard line. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Working from the gun, Lance. He gets it to Cooks. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Lance. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
First down, San Antonio.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Gordon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Armadillos are pouring it on. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Buenos Aires offense back out now. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now it's Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now inside the 25. Mike Williams. Touchdown. Mike Williams. 71 yards. And the Antlers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
38, Antlers 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And now we'll hook up downfield on second down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Lance now on first down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. The Lance going to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Lance looking to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. In motion right is the running back. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 4 yards out. And the Armadillos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive in total 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin across the Hudson from Manhattan in the borough of Brooklyn, and it's the Nighthawks who are out in front. The Nighthawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes.
All right,
highlights
Coach,
from the
thank you
first
very
half,
much.
all
As we welcome
one-sided.
you back
This
for
one got out of hand
quarter
early,
number 3.
and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
And we will not see a run back here from Harris. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Foreman powering ahead, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Keeps himself, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And they'll send out their punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a top over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Foreman. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup there.
That's good. For Buenos Aires, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up
Second down and 4.
at the 20-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
That'll be caught by Foreman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
7-yard gain. And the Buenos Aires, first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jarvis Landry from 10 yards out. And the Antlers are able to cut into that deficit. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Jarvis Landry who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. But feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Throwing now is Lance. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Landry, agile footwork. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Wilson looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good. For Buenos Aires, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And the Buenos Aires first down.
They go play action now. Wilson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He hits Adams, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Ross. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Jake Moody on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Here's Lance to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Here's Lance. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
16 yards. First down, San Antonio.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Stiff-armed him. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Working from the gun, Lance. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action, now it's Lance. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To throw, it's Lance. To Gordon, out left. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Now Lance again. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Lance. Touchdown! A great play there. with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Armadillos just continue to roll. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Antlers 21.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ross now looking to throw on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
That's good for Buenos Aires. First down.
On 1st and 10, Ross got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a give to Foreman. Down to about the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to kick it away. And this one's high, but not very far. So a change of possession here on the punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
San Antonio.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw. Ross. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. That'll be caught by... And it's a fumble. On one of the linebackers, he's got it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Here we go, set, check, pin.
They run it with P. on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And Lance now to throw. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Armadillos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Second down and 12 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw. Ross. Caught left side. Williams.
Ross's pass complete to Mike Williams. A gain of 11. It's
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Ross. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And the Buenos Aires first down.
A carry for Foreman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. They set up the screen to Foreman. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. 2 yards to go, second down. Operating from the gun. Ross. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got a first down following a pickup of about 13, as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Vita Vea, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Ross. He hits Adams, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Ross. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Moody good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for San Antonio, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.